Welcome to Anything Goes
with Sania and Leah.
So we are on episode 23 and well...
Surprise!
Well, it's not really a surprise because we did tell them on the last podcast.
But look how cool it looks.
Guys, honestly, this place is insane.
I feel like a professional podcaster.
Yeah, I do.
Is that a thing?
People can make some serious money out of this though. Like if you get like sponsorships and like people like wanting you to advertise their stuff on on your podcast, you can get money from it.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So,
welcome to our new crib.
Welcome to our new crib. Honestly, it's weird because I'm so used to speaking to you through a screen that I'm almost like I don't really know how to position myself.
I know.
In this
I'm like,
podcast.
do I turn around and look at you, or do I
look
sit?
at the camera?
I know, it feels weird, doesn't it?
But we're still trying to figure this shit out.
We just spent a good half an hour basically trying to put the card in the machine and figure out where the camera was going to go, set up the mics, because we had absolutely no clue what we were doing.
Yeah, we got told to watch a YouTube video, which was the longest YouTube video. We were just there like...
So hopefully it works. Hopefully we both sound the same level of volume.
We're going to find out. But we basically thought we would do this like first little intro podcast to basically say like welcome to this and kind of like just talk about, I feel like, how we got here in a way, like just talk you guys through like the journey of Anything Goes with Sania and Leah.
Yeah, and just do a little bit of an update as well and give you a podcast room talk. Well, it's not really a talk, you can only see us.
There's one more here.
And then there's one more there.
And then so basically this room is like for a 4-man room, but the table is about as big as my bedroom. So we didn't really want to be that far away from each other, so we thought we'll just stay next to each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I genuinely am. We were saying that we're so excited for this because this is something that we wanted to do from the very beginning, isn't it?
And we said, let's get the podcast up and running, let's see if we actually get any traction.
Yeah.
And then once we've got some traction, then we'll go and get ourselves in the studio. And even in the future, like we've said, oh my god, we can get like a sign, like a pink
I feel like we should.
We can just put it here. Yeah. Like imagine how cool this would look like just here.
Just having it pink instead of white, and then like this is like where you can pin stuff on. I don't know if you guys can see it. But like, I don't care.
I think it's the soundproofing.
But like, I feel like we could put something here,
yes,
like a sign or just something to make it more like on brand, essentially.
Yeah.
But
we're gonna jazz it up, basically.
Yeah, and just bring it every time that we come here and stuff. But honestly, I'm so excited for this, and I really hope it works.
Me too. Imagine if we record the whole episode and then we're like, oh, there's no volume. But we have tested it a few times, haven't we?
Yeah, we've tested it, but now we need to make sure that we figure out how to do this after we record this and make sure it's all good. So I'm going to do that probably tonight.
So this is our trial run.
So hopefully this is the first take and the only take.
I hope so.
Yeah. But I feel like we should kind of talk about like why we wanted to do the podcast in the first place. Like,
because I like talking.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh.
What?
My headphones. Oh no, it's okay.
You...
I thought my headphones just turned off.
Can you tell we're completely new at this?
It's alright, it made a pop.
Don't worry, I like talking too. But no, I feel like we definitely saw, because why did we...
We basically, because we said when we first started, we were like, there's nothing out there for female bodybuilders.
So yeah, we didn't start with a podcast, did we?
No, we were starting events.
Yeah, I remember that, because it was my girls and your girls, and we were like on the same niche of like, we work with a lot of beginners.
Yeah.
So we were like, well, how did we feel as beginners?
Yes.
And there's no events to kind of like help people guide themselves through what bodybuilding is. And
yeah, exactly. Like there's nothing out there. There's like prep coaches out there, there's lifestyle coaches, but there's nothing sorry, I think I'm getting ill. There's nothing I should have told you that before you came near me. There's nothing out there that like helps girls that are like getting into competing or that have questions really to get them understanding what it's all about. So And there's nothing community, obviously there is now, because you've got your...
LFP.
Yeah, you've got your kind of online... Oh my god, I always call it the wrong thing.
LFP.
Yeah, but you know,
The
like,
community side.
Yeah.
The community membership.
side.
Yeah.
The membership side, that's what I meant. You've got that, which is really great, but there was nothing at the time that was like community.
When you face me, you can't.
Oh, okay.
The mic isn't that great. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't see you now. I've just like blocked you out.
Oh god.
There we go. That's better.
Okay.
But don't like do that.
Okay, I'll just talk and.
But like This way. No, but like look at me, but don't go.
I'll do this. Okay, so basically, yeah, we wanted to make something that was like a community, educational, hilarious, of course, for female bodybuilders.
And I mean, we're not really that funny.
We are. I think we are.
I will be the first to admit that. There are moments where we're funny, but I feel like we find ourselves funny, and like everyone else is like, yeah, really funny. But no, like I think like also like a lot of the podcasts out there, I feel like they're so opinionated in the sense where it's like with the way that we kind of like approach our podcast, it's not opinion based. It's more so like what we've experienced. It's a lot about experience.
Like personalised a bit more.
Yeah, and I feel like there's like less kind of like I feel like we just keep it real, and that's one thing that I feel like even though people say that they keep things real, like, and you know they have podcasts and they're totally honest and they're straight and blunt up to the truth, like I don't truly believe that's true for a lot of people. And I genuinely think in the sense of what I'm trying to say with that is that essentially we just say our experience and we're completely honest with the fact that A, if we fucked up on our diet, or B, what's normal, or C, we're not claiming to be these optimal bodybuilders. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, I think that's a big one because...
Come into the camera. There we go.
Because a lot of bodybuilders obviously preach this thing where they're like, you have to be on it all the time, and you have to be like, if you want to be a true bodybuilder, which yes, I agree, when you're in prep, yes, you have to be on it, but I also think like you can still be pretty decent without being absolutely perfect.
Yeah, I definitely think like obviously it's one of those, right? It's like a lot of people who probably do watch this, they've either competed once, maybe 2 max. They are beginners and first timers, and it's even for me, and I've only done 2 seasons. Even for me, like I don't listen to all of these podcasts because it makes me feel so overwhelmed and feel like everything that I'm doing is not okay. You know, because like everyone knows me and Leah, like even though we're optimal in prep and we don't miss a beat in prep, like when it comes to off season, we are still on it, but we also live a balanced and a really nice kind of like lifestyle in the sense of like a life away from bodybuilding. And everyone almost says like if you want to do the best, of course you have to be 100% optimal, but I also like if you want to kind of like rinse everything out of that cloth, but if you're realistic with yourself and what you actually want to achieve, like if you don't want to be like an Olympian, or you genetically genetically can't get there, then enjoy your fucking life. Do you know what I mean?
I think 90% of people can probably get away with still bodybuilding and being a good bodybuilder and still also having a flexible like lifestyle as well.
Yeah, I agree. And there's just not enough true people who will say, yeah,
I'm not optimal.
Yeah, I had 3 off-plan meals the other day. Do you know what I mean? Like obviously maybe don't do that, but do you know what I mean? Like just more so in the fact where it's like we say we go out. We say like it's one of those things, and I just feel like we want you guys to know like that is also okay, and we live that lifestyle, and between us both we've done pretty fucking well, and we're not both genetic freaks. Yes, we have like some parts of us maybe genetically we are better than others in other aspects. Likewise, you guys will have certain abilities that you probably have better genetically than us. However, like it still goes to show like what you can achieve in that time frame.
I also think it works well because you come at it from like a posing perspective, I come at it from a coaching perspective, and then we've both got the experience with the competing side of things. So I think it ties it together like really, really nicely.
Yeah, and also we're both being on a prep this year.
Yeah, so it's quite relevant.
Yeah, so it's proper relevant. So
Which
yeah,
is cool.
It's really, really exciting. Like, I quite like, you know the podcast. Even though I love our podcast, do you know what podcast I did that I thought was really fucking good?
Which one?
You know Georgie Fit and Hannah's health podcast where they called Spill the Tea?
I have listened actually to some of theirs, and they are hilarious.
Honestly, like, they're funny, yes, but it's the things that people would put in on that, and I was like, that is hilarious. Like, when I heard that podcast, I was like, what is that about?
Yeah.
Spill the tea. I was like, no one's gonna put something in that.
Everyone did.
So many people did, and I remember listening to certain things like,
It did that actually happen?
Don't tell me that's real. That's only in movies.
Yeah.
But we just thought, like, we also kind of wanted to, basically with this new podcast room, because we're professional podcasters now.
Just had to talk a bit more loudly for that a bit.
I did. We have so much more opportunity. We have much more of an opportunity to basically like expand on our podcast, and what I mean by that is like bringing in guests.
That's the big one this year, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or not this year, but just going forward generally. We want to bring in some like relevant guests.
Yeah, and I know we've asked in the last couple of times, but we do want to know what type of topics. And did we put? I don't think we put a question.
I think we may have said we were going to put a question box up, and then we didn't put a question box up.
I think I did do it, but I didn't check. So I'll double check to see what people have said. But
we do have some ideas though.
We do have some ideas, but also like this just provides us with a really good opportunity to just give you guys like a better quality. So all I'm gonna say is any type of like share or like or follow or story tag, this will just help us continue to level up, but also to kind of do this for you guys, because this is just for entertainment purposes. We don't actually get any money from this. This is just us to give back to you, you know, like, and we almost want to just be able to continue doing that.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, the plan is now we've got the studio sorted, we're gonna vamp it up, make it look cool.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna make sure that it actually works. And then we are gonna bring in.
That's hilarious, actually.
We've just had a recommendation to bring it. Can I say that?
Yeah, I think so.
We've just had a recommendation for Georgie. We could actually bring Georgie in here, couldn't we?
She's Manchester now, though.
Yeah.
She's moved to Manchester.
Yeah.
So we should have caught her when she lived in Birmingham.
We should, but it's not. I'm sure she'll try.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, we're gonna bring in some guests. We're gonna vamp the podcast studio up.
Yeah. Pink. I can't wait for it to be pink.
I'm gonna bring pink everything.
Oh no. But yeah, so it's a bit of it's actually quite a short one, but it'll be good because this will be like a good little practice one. I feel like we're still starting to feel comfortable in like talking to each other like this.
Yeah.
Because I still feel like quite like...
I'm getting a twitch in my neck from looking around at you.
I
don't know if I can look at you like this for like 2 hours straight.
I keep looking like at the camera and then not at the camera, but I'm sure like we'll get better at this whole podcasting, because I know like I've seen like Reese watch podcasts and stuff, but because currently we've only got one camera, and the reason why we've only got one camera, we were meant to have two.
But tonight I forgot her camera.
Yeah, I went out last night and I got very hungover, and I literally woke up and was like, right, work. So I forgot meals as well.
Oh god,
so,
she waltzes in with a McDonald's.
She's just out me there, hasn't she? Sorry, Meg.
Oh, sorry. Wasn't I going to say that?
No, I don't care. To be fair, we literally just spoke about like, yeah, so we're such a truthful podcast. We tell each other everything when it comes to... Yeah, I had a McDonald's and what? To be fair, that's a good question. What's your go-to McDonald's order?
I love McDonald's. I think McDonald's
Do you actually?
No, I actually do.
Do you? Seriously? Because everyone takes the piss out of me.
McDonald's is the most underrated takeaway.
Thank you.
It's really good.
Thank you.
Everyone says, oh, it's shit. It's great food.
No,
I love it.
It's top tier, and yes, okay, it might not be gourmet, but tell me what takeaway is better in the sense of...
I do love Five
But
Guys.
that's like what I mean is like in the calibre of price.
Okay,
and, like,
you mean like KFC, Burger King, McDonald's?
yeah,
Yes,
like
I do
it's
agree.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, KFC is just greasy.
I don't like KFC or Burger King. It's overrated.
Burger King used to be good, and then it's just shite now. Everything's microwaved. What else is there? Subway's alright, but it's more of a lunch, and it's not really a takeaway in my opinion.
My order is very basic, bitch order.
Oh, can I guess?
Okay, yeah then.
Is it off the Savers menu?
Potentially.
Do you get the muck chicken?
No.
Is it a beef patty that you get?
It's got beef in it.
It's got
What's a beef patty? Who calls it that?
I don't know. I think it's from, I almost said it's from Squidward, but it's SpongeBob.
It's from Squidward.
It's from Squidward. I think, no, because they call it, do you want a beef patty, Patrick? Have you...
Oh, yeah, I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
I have a double cheeseburger. I love them with the gherkins in. Oh,
You
banging.
can ask for gherkins. You go for a double
I like
cheeseburger.
the double cheeseburger with the pickles and the gherkin in.
Why don't you go for a quarter pounder?
Okay, that's fine too. I'll have that.
No, but you actually go out to McDonald's for a double cheeseburger. That's tiny.
Well, I know, but I have chicken nuggets as well.
Wow, I'm so fat with my order.
I have 9 chicken nuggets. Not to be fair, honestly, I can't remember the last time I did go to McDonald's. I'm not gonna lie, but when I do really like it because Will has his off plan when he has like, basically his coach Sass gives him like high days where he has like a meal in the evening of choice. So he just goes to McDonald's after training because it's like really easy to digest, like really quick, blah blah blah. And he used to, because I had 3 calories every day, he would bring me back like 6 chicken nuggets and I would just like
Eat them.
yeah, eat them and trap them into my 3 calories. But I'd have a double cheeseburger, a large fries, and 6 chicken nuggets, and that would be my.
That's it.
Well, sometimes I'd have some lighter than mozzarella dipper things as well,
Oh yeah.
and the sweet chili sauce.
Yeah.
And I do also like the chicken selects.
You
with
know
the
what?
barbecue
They're so
sauce.
good, but they're so expensive for what they are.
Yeah,
They're like
I know.
£5 for 3 chicken strips.
Yeah,
It's like,
I just like the double cheeseburgers. They're just.
oh my god, do you want to hear my order?
I could eat a double cheeseburger now, actually.
Yeah, I'm really sorry that I brought that McDonald's in.
It's alright now. The whole room just smells like McDonald's.
Sorry, I know you're in prep. My order is, it used to be a Chicken Legend, but they've gotten rid of that now.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I'm quite pissed off
Oh,
about
right,
that. But also, whilst I was in prep, they put in a. Sorry, guys, we're just talking about McDonald's now. They put in a Big Mac chicken,
Okay.
but they got rid of that as well
Oh.
because I was in prep. Yeah. So McDonald's at the moment, even though I love them, can go fuck themselves.
Oh.
But my order is, my actual order wasn't what I ordered today. Like, I just thought I'd have that.
Oh, pushing the bait on.
Yeah, I pushed that. But generally, what I'll have is I'll have a muck chicken meal.
Yes.
Generally large,
Yeah.
even though
Always.
it's probably not that much different. Like, I bet you still get the same amount of drink, and I bet
Yeah.
you still only get like 4 extra chips. So I really don't think it's worth the extra 89p or whatever. But like, then I get. And then,
What's that little giggle?
so on top of that meal, I will then get a cheeseburger,
Yeah.
and then I will get cheese bites,
Yes.
and sometimes I'll get chicken nuggets or chicken select on top of that.
There we go. That is very. That's
big,
so
isn't
good.
it?
You know what? Have you seen the Biscoff?
You know what? I
McFlurries?
saw that
You
when
had
I
one?
was on the when I was at the, what was it? Drive-through.
Fucking hell.
And it looks really, really, really good. Although I haven't had it yet. Although I was gonna get it, but I just thought, no, it's not like. Probably shouldn't have that, you know.
It does look good. It does look good.
But anyway, guys, you'll have to let us know down in the comments below what's your go-to McDonald's, and if you think
People probably think it's
McDonald's.
shit.
Yeah, and if you do, I
We
don't
can't
even.
be friends.
I don't even want to say don't watch because we need the views.
But I do also love like a bit of nice gourmet like tasting food as well.
Oh yeah, of course. There's a time and a place. Do you know what I mean?
But I also do love
But
McDonald's.
McDonald's, like, it's just a go-to. It's just.
I agree with that.
But anyway, that.
Should we do an update?
Do you want to do a quick update?
Do you want to do a quick prep update?
Yeah, let's do it. You do it.
Well, you're not on prep, but
Not anymore. I'm just getting fat now.
you know. You still have chest striations.
I always have chest striations.
I do.
But that's because I have no tits, Leah. Like, off season
Mine
or
are
not.
slowly going.
Yeah, but you still have boobies, you
A little
know?
bit.
Can't wait to get my boob job. Next year. Just need to stop being broke. Anyway, give us a prep update. How is everything going with prep?
This is the first week where I've had the upped cardio. I can't remember whether last time whether I said my cardio had been upped.
No, because this is the same week.
Right.
Yeah, so we're still... Yeah, so we did it Tuesday and we're now on Sunday.
Oh, because I checked in on Wednesday, didn't I?
Yeah.
Yes,
so you said you thought he was going to carb cycle
I did, and he didn't carb cycle me. But what happened was... Dan basically said, right, let's push on a bit more. I kept dropping hints that I wanted to like do a bit more. So I was like, I've got the hint.
Yeah.
Great.
Is that what he said? I've got the hint.
No, he didn't say that, but he said, I know that you want to basically do more. So he has upped my steps from 13k to 14k, which is actually quite hard to get in. It's about 2 hours of walking a day. And then my cardio's gone from 4 30 minutes to 6 35 minutes.
Okay, yeah.
Which is still like fine. I just basically
Yeah.
do it every day apart from Wednesday when I do my check-in, because obviously it takes me like a bit of time to like set my check-in up and to send it and to do my measurements. So I think I'm just going to not do the cardio on the Wednesday, but I've had to do it every day since I checked in, because obviously when I got my feedback I only had Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday before I was going to check in again on Wednesday. So I've had to do it every day since basically.
How are you finding the cardio? Like, are you finding it okay still, or are you getting to the point where you're looking like you wake up and you go,
no, I quite like the cardio.
Yeah, still liking it.
I'm still at the stage where I like it, but I did have to do. I went to see my friend Rosie in Bristol, so I just got back. What day is it? I got back yesterday evening, and she had a bike downstairs in her like conservatory. So she's like a bodybuilder, right? So it was fine. And we trained at Trojan, which was really good actually.
I did see you go down
really
there, to be
gym.
fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Rosie the Pots coach.
Yes. So and we looked at the Pure Gym. It's like a 10-15 minute drive, and it was £9 to get in.
Yeah.
And I thought, I'm not paying £9 to go and get on a Stairmaster for like 35 minutes.
Yeah.
So I did it on the bike, which I just hate cardio on a bike, because I just find it really difficult to keep my pace up. My legs get really pumped and I just don't enjoy it.
You know what, like, Reese loves the bike, right?
Yeah.
But then for me, the reason why I prefer the stairs is because it's consistent. You don't have to think.
Yeah,
all you have to do is step. The bike doesn't hurt your butt.
Yeah.
The bike doesn't hurt your butt. The stairs doesn't hurt your
How
butt.
dare it.
How dare it. But it's just so uncomfortable, because you're right. Like, let's say, for example, I found something really funny on my phone.
Yeah.
And I'm paying more attention to my phone
Yeah,
than I am
exactly.
the bike.
Yeah.
I'm going to go slower.
Yeah, that's what I do, and because I read my Kindle.
So I bet you get like really like,
and I get really into it, and then I've like stopped and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, no, I
just don't like it, and it really hurts my legs, and I need something where the pace is set for me. So I had to do 2 days on that, so that wasn't very nice. So basically I've been doing that. My feed's still the same, which I'm really happy about, because I was just telling you that earlier, that obviously I was due my period, and we're going to cover this in the next podcast, but I was really hungry, like really hungry, and I was like, thank God he hasn't dropped my food, because I think I would have actually like ate my arm off.
But that I think like you'll come back next time, and like next podcast, and you'll go, I'm actually okay, like the food's fine. It's just because of your period, and that's actually the topic we're going to cover in the next podcast that we film after this one.
Yeah, so basically foods are the same, steps got upped from 13 to 14k, and then my cardio got upped by the extra days and the extra time, which is fine. So yeah, we'll see what happens Wednesday, but obviously I'm not sure what's going to go on weight wise this week, because I'm going to be on my period on Wednesday. So we'll see what he says. But Dan did say, he said again when I checked in, he was like, oh, we'll start like carb cycling soon anyway. Yeah. So he's still going to chuck that in at some point.
Regardless of when that is. But then again, like, it just depends on, even though he says that, it just purely depends on your look, and also the kind of measurements and stuff.
Exactly. But my weight hasn't come up at all since my last check-in.
That's good. Do you weigh yourself every day now?
No, I weigh myself like once or twice a week, but I thought, I'll just jump on and see, because I haven't weighed myself since Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I thought I have been quite hungry, so I thought I'll just weigh myself. And I hadn't started my period when I did weigh myself this morning.
So it stayed the same, so that might show that you've lost weight,
I'm
but
hoping.
you're now holding on to some water.
Because normally it does come up maybe like 2 or 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens, but I do feel, like, even though I'm on my period, I do definitely feel leaner.
You know what, I saw your chicken photos from the Wednesday, and you can see it specifically, I think, in your arms and your midsection.
Yeah, I think
that's where you can see it. Oh, that's where you can see it the most.
Yeah, so we'll see, but that's basically. But I still feel fab. Like, energy's good, sleep's good, training's really good.
You're busy as well. Like it, even like I can't remember who I was speaking to, but they basically said, how did you manage business and also like keeping on top of prep? Like, how did you keep your quality of service up? And it's like, well, actually, like, I did my first prep like doing nothing, and that was way harder.
Yeah, I agree.
Than being busy. And even though there were moments where I was like, I just don't want to be working right now, I want to lay in my bed and cry. It was so much better to just get myself up there and be busy, because by the time I'd finished work or finished a block of work, I had to eat and then go do something again.
Yeah.
And then by the time that something was done, I had to go eat again. So it was like, instead of me sat down waiting for my next meal, I was busy not thinking about my next meal.
It's like a distraction, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And it's like when I have people say to me, I'm going to take some time off work throughout this prep, like when it gets harder.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, that's probably when you want to be the busier. Not busiest, but just busy.
Yes, yeah, I know what you mean. And I'm quite excited, because I've got quite a few exciting things coming up at weekends and stuff like that. So I feel like it's going to go so quick. And like, we're nearly in August as well.
I know, it's scary.
And then I'm back to back at shows from like the end of September.
Shows after shows after
Well,
shows.
mid-September, yeah, I'm literally at shows every weekend, so that's going to like start
Just
me up
gonna,
anyway. So yeah, that's that. So it's 13 weeks today, actually.
That's crazy.
No, it's fine, hasn't it?
To be fair, like, how many weeks in are you now? Like
7.5.
Yeah, so you've only got a few more. You've about got 4 more weeks until you're halfway. Am I right? No, two more. Two more weeks until you're halfway.
Well, I have got 5 weeks, obviously, after the first show, but I'm not thinking about that right now because that freaks me out.
Yeah, but you never know. You might jump to a show in between.
I might. There is one that I've got my eye on, so we'll see what happens.
Exciting stuff. Anything else you want to add to this podcast, or shall we wrap it up here, ready for our next one?
Yeah, let's wrap this up. Keep it a bit shorter.
Yeah.
And we're
gonna do a topic one.
Got
so
a good one planned.
Yeah, we wanted to just have this one of us literally chatting shit and just saying welcome to our new podcast studio.
Next time, hopefully, it will look glitz and glam.
Fingers crossed. Wish us luck that this actually works. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening. And again, just want to say a massive thank you for you guys listening to essentially allow us to get to this point. Because essentially we wouldn't be doing this without you guys.
Yeah, so... And any guests, let us know, because it would be cool to get... We want to get some, like, booked in.
Yeah,
so...
we need to get our calendars kind of aligned and figure it out. The good thing about this place, though, there's, like...
millions.
So many studios. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I'm in, like, you know, one of those movies where it's like you walking down an alleyway and it's like all scary because it's someone's gonna jump out.
It's like a really weird warehouse, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like all the walls are gonna start caving in at some point.
Oh god, don't talk to me.
Do you know what I mean? No one leaves this warehouse.
Thanks. On that note, goodbye.
Goodbye, guys. Thank you.